What is going on, everybody? In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to win every gunfight in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. I'm a pro player with over 10 plus years of pro player experience and 7 championships to my name. So with these 3 easy steps, you will be winning majority of your gunfights, and I promise you these will help you improve tenfold and make your shots so much better. But not only that, position yourself to make you win the most gunfights. The first thing that I want to talk to you guys today about is cammering. In Call of Duty, this has been a thing for several years, and it's something that is used to engage in gunfights and really help you win a lot more of them. Call of Duty is a ping-based game, especially online. And if you always slow peek corners or pre-aim around corners, you're probably going to die 9 out of 10 times. But with cammering your opponents, aka jump shotting around the corner, being ready for your opponent, it's going to basically help you appear faster, and you're going to see them faster on your screen, and you're going to get the first shot and that peeker's advantage on your opponent faster. Another way to show that you can help with cammering is going to be slide canceling. Obviously, this has been a thing since Modern Warfare 3 2019, and in 2023, we have it again with the slide cancel. But what you're going to want to do that is slide X. And what I mean by that is just slide again, and then hit X or hit A, whatever you're playing on. This is going to help kind of make a crazy movement mechanic on your opponent's screen. You probably heard a lot of the pro players do it, and you've probably seen a lot of the pro players do it, and as well as if you watch the CDL or watch anything competitive, you see a lot of these players doing this save movement mechanic. And like I said, what it'll look like is a crazy movement. It'll almost look like you go into a small prone and then pop up really fast. It's a complete broken mechanic that's been in since, like I said, 2019, and something that all the pro players are doing. I think if you can get used to doing this, it's going to help you win just a lot more gunfights in general, just because it is going to throw your opponent off. And with tac sprint currently being bugged in Call of Duty, this is actually going to be so much easier to do once they fix that, which Call of Duty did announce that is a bug and that they're going to be fixing it here shortly. So once that's in, it'll allow you to refresh your tac sprint and sprint around the map a lot faster, as well as winning many more gunfights. And the last way to break your opponent's camera is going to be snaking. And you guys have seen this probably in several Call of Duties as well, and continuously in MW3, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to want to prone and stand up over and over again behind objects. This will help you see your opponent while they cannot see you, and then stand up and be able to get that kill so much easier. Instead of just standing on this head glitch, not moving at all, you're going to want to prone, snake, and do this over and over again. And whether you're holding down a power spot in search and destroy, or you're holding down a hard point or a domination flag, whatever it may be, you're going to want to add that. You can also do that on the ground. Let's say you have a height differential between, let's say, this top S keys and the bottom here. You can do the same thing where you're going to snake, and basically the enemy's only going to see the tippy top of your head instead of you just standing here like a bot, not moving, right? It's just something that you'll get used to. It's going to take a lot of time and practice, but once you add those into your gameplay, it'll help you win all those games. But once you add those to the gameplay, it'll help you win a lot more gunfights and just really better position yourself overall. Another thing that's going to help you win a lot more gunfights is going to be centering. And you guys have probably heard a lot of different people talk about this, but it's something that has really been a Call of Duty mechanic that I think I've probably focused on and tried to perfect over the last 10 years of my competitive career. But centering is just where your crosshairs are placed. So I've talked about it before in previous videos, but you're not going to want to run around aiming at the floor, right? Who would want to do that? It requires too much, reaction time. It'd almost be a challenge to yourself if you weren't centered on where you think the opponent's going to be. So whether I'm aiming too high or aiming too low, I'm going to want to center towards the middle of my screen. That way I can be ready for the next opponent and ready for the next player. Then I can add in these other movement mechanics to help me camera and put those really two together. All three of these things that I'm going to be teaching you guys today are all something that you can combine together to become really good and fluent and smooth. And as you see, when I'm moving around the map here, I'm just centered, ready for the next opponent. Yes, the radar is on, but this is how I play all the time in Call of Duty. I'm always predicting where my opponent can be. That way I'm just ready for that next gunfight. I'm not aiming at the floor. I'm not aiming at the ceiling. I'm just ready for that next player. And this kind of goes in hand with the centering, but the last thing is going to be predicting, right? Like I was saying with the centering thing, you don't want to be aiming at the floor, aiming at the bottom of the screen, but you want to be ready for that gunfight. And I guess this is something that you can combine with everything. It's jump shotting, it's predicting, it's centering. It's really all in one, right? It's even goes to go with the cameraing, but it's just like if you're going to set up something, like you're not going to just slide cancel for no reason. If I were to chow this hallway, I'm going to slide cancel into the hallway, predicting them already to be in the hallway. Instead of me just slide canceling up and really not being ready for that gunfight, I wouldn't go like this to engage, right? I would literally slide cancel and then predict that I think there's going to be a guy at the end of that hallway. If I slide into the hallway not ready or have my gun up, I then have to aim in and shoot. Whereas if I do it all in one motion, predicting, centering, and the cameraing, then I'm already ready for this guy going to be into the middle of the hallway, right? So that's just something that a lot of the pro players do. It's a small little thing that really sets the good from the great, in my opinion. It's just adding a little bit of each of these things to your gameplay. Like I said, I would spend lots of time running around in a private match, getting used to the movement mechanics, getting used to jump shotting, getting used to cameraing, getting used to running around the map and predicting where your opponents are going to be. I think kind of go into public matches and focus on that. Something that you can use too to help you with all three of these things to help you win more gunfights is really buying an advanced controller. You've probably seen tons of the pro players use these, but basically they're called Battle Beaver controllers. And on the back of the controller, it's got 2 buttons, and this allows you to jump while never leaving my fingers off of the joystick, right? So I literally can jump, aim in, do all of that all in one motion, or I can punch, reload, whatever it may be, and I'm always ready for that next gunfight. So this is something I would highly recommend investing in if you guys are a up and coming amateur, or whether you're a noob trying to get better and outfrag your teammates or outfrag your friends while you're playing. This is something I would highly invest in. Every pro player is using it. Every player that is really good at the game is using an advanced controller. It's basically a cheat code. It's honestly a glitch, and since they've allowed them years ago, I have not stopped using one. It's definitely a huge reason of why I improved my gameplay. Now that you guys will be winning way more gunfights, make sure to subscribe and comment down below what other types of videos you guys would like to see. I think if you spend a lot of time practicing these different mechanics, it'll help you become a better Call of Duty player and overall improve your gameplay. Hit that sub button. Until the next video, I'll see you guys later. Peace.